Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This afternoon, we'll talk about the life of an entrepreneur and what are some of the components or factors that makes an entrepreneur to be successful or to fail if not taken care of. So welcome to my channel once again. My name is Casco Mwanga. I'm the founder and chief executive of Better World Innovation, a social enterprise that focus on building the capacity of smallholder farmers, and we focus at women and youths. We build their capacity in climate smart agriculture so that they can adapt to climate stresses and build resilient food system. They can earn a living once they produce a lot of food, but as well as also they can contribute to the national food security. So that's what we focus on. Apart from that, we are also into environmental protection, and we also develop digital platforms that support farmers and as well as solve other social problems. So once again, welcome to this channel. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel by clicking the button below in the subscription and as well as on the notification button so that you get videos whenever I produce one. So today we'll talk about the life of an entrepreneur or what is involved in entrepreneurship. So I will share something. Bear in mind that I'm having this both on Zoom and as well as on YouTube. So let me share something here, just a minute. So we do the trainings under a subsidiary institution called Innovation Training Institute. That's where we do a lot of training, and this training, we do a 6 weeks flagship training in entrepreneurship and as well as fish farming. And then we are also developing another curriculum in mushroom farming and more trainings to come. So today I'll focus on the life of an entrepreneur. So first, I want to discuss with you, I might take it for granted that everyone understands what entrepreneurship is. So entrepreneurship, in a simple definition, simply you venturing into activities for the sake of gaining a profit. So going into activities that will give you a profit or that will give you a benefit. It might even be a social benefit, but mostly 90% of it is for you to gain a profit. So entrepreneurship involves you selling a product or service. It also involves an innovation way of doing it. It involves taking a risk, just like most of the aspect of life that involves risk taking. If you're not a risk taker, you achieve a very little in life, because most of the things that we do in our venues involves risk taking. So even entrepreneurship also involves taking a risk. It might be a financial risk. It might be a risk that you are choosing one project over the other. And any other risks that are involved. You might be trying a product that is not on the market, or you might be entering a market that is very competitive. So you are taking a risk. And then also it involves a commitment, but above all, and most important, it also requires consistency. Without consistency, it is almost impossible to be successful in entrepreneurship. Then also the last thing, but very important, it requires you to have the selling skills or to persuade people about your product or even about the business idea. So you need to have a persuasion skills. So entrepreneurship involves these, but also in other things that I haven't mentioned here. So I just picked the very key things that is involved in entrepreneurship. The next thing that I want us to discuss these 5 important components that might make an entrepreneur to be successful or to fail. Now, which are these things? So I'm sure you have heard most of the time when people come to you, it might be relatives, it might be friends, it might be just colleagues. They tell you, oh, I wish I had so much money, I would have started a business. So it's a lot of perception that what you need is finances or you need capital for you to start a business. So one of the things that we'll discuss is finances or capital itself. And then we'll discuss the market research or market scanning. You need to understand the market, or you need to understand the social problems where you are going to sell that product or you're going to sell that service. And then the skill sets, and then also the actual business idea or the innovation that you are bringing on the market. And then lastly, the team or the human resource. So these components, I've picked them at random, but I want us to discuss in the order of importance, which one should be a top priority and which one should be at least on the bottom of your list. So these things that I will discuss here, I will discuss them in the order of importance. Now, I have learned these things from a lot of books. At least I read a book every month. And if I'm fast, I even go to 2 books. So I have learned a lot of things from experienced entrepreneurs world over. And also, I've learned from the Western world. I've learned from those that are based in Africa and those that are based in Asia. And what I've discovered is that this order of importance is very key, or was very key in their success in terms of business that they started or in terms of business that they developed. And this is what I want to share today. Like I said, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and as well as clicking on the notification button so that you can be the first one to receive the video whenever I produce one. I'll be producing videos on Thursday and Friday on different topics. I might be focusing so much into entrepreneurship because those are some of the things that we focus in as a company. But I'll try to also address other components of an entrepreneur. So please don't lose out. Just subscribe to my channel and you'll benefit a lot. So back to our discussion. Now, those people that have come to you and telling you, I wish I had money, I would have done a lot. And if you ask them, okay, how much money do you need? He says, okay, I'll need so much. What do you want to sell? They will tell you, no, in fact, I'll figure it out. What I just need first is the money. The business is not a problem. Just know that it's a problem. Because before you get the money, you need to put a lot of things in place. You might be given 1 billion kwacha, $1 billion US, but without having these things in place, chances are that you might not be successful, because a life of an entrepreneur, like I've shared, requires a lot of things for you to succeed. And this is why they say there are very few entrepreneurs that succeed. So once a company is formed, very few companies will go beyond the 3 years. And once you go beyond that, then there are chances that you make it in life as an entrepreneur. So in the order of importance, what you need first is the business idea or the innovation. So you need the business idea. And this just comes out of interest, or as you are doing something, as you are discussing with colleagues, or as you are brainstorming, then you say, oh, I think this is a good idea. I think I can sell this product. I think I can come up with this product. I think I can sell this service. So you need the business idea. And once you have the business idea, you need to understand your market. So you need to do a market research or a market scanning, or you need to understand the social trends, the social challenges, because some ideas might not be really looking at the market, but they might be addressing a social problem. And that will become eventually a market, because there will be demand for your product or there will be demand for your service. So you need to understand what is the social problem or what is the market and how many players are in this market. How many competitors do I stand a chance to penetrate the market? And that by how much percentage can I penetrate the market? How do I scale my business? How do I gain more competitive advantage on the market? So you need to understand your market. Don't be like a crusade type of entrepreneur. I've seen a lot that in Africa, especially in Zambia, where I'm based, where people just hear about an idea, or people now are going into agroforest, maybe it's avocado, or they are going into this, and everyone moves towards that. You need really to understand a lot of things before you can take a risk to put your resources, your time, yourself, as in terms of skills, and as well as finances, if you are putting financial investment. So you need to understand this. And once you have understood this, which also you can continue because the market is dynamic. And now we are looking at globalization. So you might be looking at the domestic market, you might be looking at the regional market, like we have in Zambia here. We talk about the COMESA market, we talk about the SADC market, and then so you might be looking at the international market, like the European Union, and as well as the Middle East market. So that is the market. But this is dynamic, and this is why the third most important thing that you need to have as an entrepreneur is a team. So you cannot do a business venture alone. You need to have a team in place, and you need to pick the right skills for the right position at the beginning of your business. This is very important because you might not need certain people at this point when you're starting a business. But there are people that you might really need. For example, if you are coming up with a digital platform that you want to sell, or that you want to solve a social problem, you need a computer program, of course. You need someone to market your platform, or you need someone to do the social marketing, or you need someone that can go and persuade a sponsor, someone that can persuade donors. So you need those types of skills, or those types of expertise. So you need to put the human resource together. You need to put a team together. And once you have put a team together, the fourth thing that also you want to address is the skill sets. Does your team have the right skill sets? Now, skill sets can be learned over time. You don't need to be really very particular to get very skilled staff at the beginning, because very skilled staff or trained staff, usually they are expensive and they don't like taking risk. From my experience is that most people that are skilled, they want to go into a business that is already established. So at this point, what you need is you need people that are committed to developing their skills, and you need people that have shared the same passion with you, because they will stay with you in that business. But people that can also quickly learn in their skills and be able to contribute to the organization. But someone asked to say, at this point, I don't have money to employ people. So how do I get people to be interested? How do I get people into my business? Yes, that's a very important question. At this point, most of the time is that you need to get people that share the passion or share the vision of the organization that you're about to start, or that you have started, if you're already started it. Secondly, you can also have equity as part of their benefit in the business. So whatever they are going to put in terms of skills, in terms of time or resources, if it requires resources, people can be given equity at this time. So equity is one of the model that is used in startups when you're putting a team together. So that is just one example. It might be even other things. So the right skill sets are important. So as a business, you also need to have a staff development plan, how people develop skills. Do people need to go and read about their specialization? Do they have to attend trainings? Do they have to attend workshops? Do they have to attend seminars, all those things that where they can get skill sets. So those are the things that that you want to do. Then the last thing, or the fifth one, that also now you want to have is the finances, the capital for you to actualize your business idea. So you can see I've put capital or finances at the bottom because that is the last thing that you need. Once you have these things in place and you have got a business strategy, and then now you need resources now to activate. And this is why entrepreneurship, what we do is we put the business idea, we brainstorm it, and then we come up with a business strategy or a business plan. And that's the same business plan that we need to pitch, or we need to show to the sponsors or to people that want to put in finances, because now at the end of the day, you need now resources now to actualize. But bear in mind that skill sets are dynamic. You need to keep on changing because the market is dynamic, the global is dynamic. Now we are talking about globalization. So you need to learn new things, you need to learn new technology, you need to learn new skills. So that one is ongoing. And then also the team, also you can start scaling up the team as the needs are growing. You need to start with a small team and you need to grow that team as you keep on expanding your business. And but also even the market, you can also expand because now you have got more experience. You are getting now competitive skills. You are getting now competence is growing. So now you can also expand your business areas. The business idea or the innovation also needs to be evolving with time. So we have seen companies that have stayed in business for a long time, but also we have seen businesses that have been out of business because they were not dynamic. They were not learning from the trends, from the new technology, from what is happening. So even that also can develop. But the most important thing that I want you to go as a take home is that the business idea comes first. You need to understand your market, put the team together, make sure that the team have got the right skill sets, and then go for the finances, go for the capital. So this is what I wanted to share with you today for the weekend. And this is very important as you are venturing into entrepreneurship. The last thing that I want to talk about is this. You should know that the crowd for the people that are going to criticize you or who say this idea won't work are a lot. But you need to convince one person if you want to be an entrepreneur, and that person is yourself. Once you are convinced about an idea, then you can go for it. It's not democracy. You don't need to have everyone to agree to you. Very disappointing. People that are close to you will be the first one even to tell you this idea cannot work. So bear in mind about that you need to convince yourself, and not everyone is going to agree with your idea. That's what I wanted to share with you from my experience and from a lot of people's experience. So there will be a lot of critics. There will be a lot of people that will talk, or there will be a lot of people that will talk about venturing into a business. The crowd is huge. There will be few people that are actually going to actualize the idea. Like I said, the life of an entrepreneur is a very challenging life. It requires a lot of commitment. It can be boring because sometimes you need to withdraw from your friends, from social activities. Sometimes people misunderstand you, like, oh, this person is antisocial, because this life is very demanding. But what is so exciting about it is that it is very exciting seeing your idea getting actualized, seeing your idea getting out there and providing a service, and people are able to change their lives. That is what is fulfilling. That is what motivates me on a daily basis, is you're able to solve the social problems. You're able to solve people's problems. You'll be able to bring in a product that can make a difference. That is what it should keep motivating you And that's what motivates most of the entrepreneur. So for today, thank you very much for joining. And I implore you to subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to click on the notification button so that whenever I produce a video on Thursday and Fridays, you are the first one to receive it. Enjoy your weekend and stay safe. Thank you very much.